for the arterial blood flow, which matches very closely to the venous blood flow to ensure that oxygen can be replaced and removed from these tissues. The blood is oxygenated in the lungs. It is moved from the lungs through the right and left pulmonary veins into the left atrium. After the oxygenated blood is pumped out of the left ventricle, it travels into the aorta. The aortic arch has 3 branches stemming from the anteriormost portion of the arch. The rightmost arch is the brachiocephalic trunk, which further branches to become the right subclavian artery and the right carotid artery. The middle of these 3 branches becomes the left carotid artery, and the leftmost branch becomes the left subclavian artery. These arteries branch to supply oxygen to the limbs and the upper body, tracing the same general path and supplying blood to the tissues and the organs and the corresponding veins that carry the deoxygenated blood away from. So the carotid still goes up and branches into the internal and external to supply blood to the face and to the brain. The aorta also continues caudally, becoming the descending aorta, or the dorsal aorta. This branches into the left and right superior mesenteric arteries, supplying oxygenated blood to the intestines, and the renal arteries, supplying blood to the kidneys. Below this branching, the abdominal aorta branches into the common and internal iliac arteries, supplying blood to the pelvis and the organs in that vicinity. The artery continues as the femoral artery, which branches into smaller arteries while continuing down the leg to supply blood to the lower limbs. As we've talked about a lot in this class, there is a major tinkering nature of natural selection. Because of the separation between the sides of the heart and the 2 systems, venous and arterial, which work together on 2 different loops, the avian and mammalian circulatory systems can be very efficiently supplied oxygen to the tissues. The high energy demands, as well as the need for an internally regulated metabolism and temperature, require the mammalian and bird circulatory systems to provide a constant supply of oxygen to the body systems. An increased efficiency provided mammals and birds to be mobile in many different ways, including flight, swimming, and running for sustained periods of time. And here are some references, and thank you for listening.